So last year in 2024, right?
Mm-hmm.
Chino XL passed away and you had a close relationship with him. You did 2 records, I believe, off of the Reconstruction album in 2012.
Way more.
Right? Way more?
Yeah.
Yeah. And man, what was, can you just talk about that relationship that you had with him?
Big shout out to the Barbosa family. Chino was my brother, and it was because of Sway and King Tech. And so when I locked in with them in the Wake Up Show, a lot of my production was being utilized through King Tech and his relationships. That I've had records with Cam, West Coast Cam, and I did a song called I Don't Think So. And with Chino in the same realm, I did a record called Watch Closer. But if you go back during that time, we locked in on so many records. We actually just started working together and just finding that we were like-minded, like-spirited, like-hearted. And there wasn't nothing I couldn't ask of Chino. Like Chino showed up on my projects for nothing. And so it was literally like, bro, let's just work. Like whatever you need from me, I'm here. I want to be your producer. And so we've done, on the Reconstruction, there's about 4 or 5 records on there. I did Latino Stand Up, I think Kings, The Rosary. Like it's so many records on that album. We did a whole project that I'm actually giving to the Barbosa family called The Secret. And I'm just trying to, get it properly put together so that I can give it to them. And also I have verses from him from previous projects that I put out. So, that's someone I honestly love, and he's shown me true brotherhood. And the way he went out, man, it broke my heart. I cried like a baby. I miss him terribly.
Yeah, when it first got announced, they didn't release the cause of death. When you found out what was the cause, like, did you ever have conversations with him or see any signs that he was struggling like that?
That's not Chino. That's not how Chino works. And the funny thing about it is, and I don't want to go too deep with it, I can only go off of how Chino was with me. Me and Chino don't lie to each other. We never lied to each other. We don't do there's ways like he can look at me and be like, what's wrong? Like, and I could do the same thing to him. So there was a long stint of time where he wouldn't let me see him. We wouldn't connect, but he would hit me on Instagram and say, we got to get up, OG. I'm like, wait, but okay, I'm here. Let's do this. Come through, whatever. And he wouldn't want to be seen. And then when I found out how he passed away and why he passed away, it's like, I get it.
What's crazy is that you saying that makes a lot of sense because my bro, Big Lou from Camden, New Jersey, right? He was signed to DJ K Slay. He had a relationship with Chino too, and he said that that's happened to him too. Like that, Chino didn't talk to him at particular times. He could tell something was off, and then when Chino passed, it was like, wow, like it kind of made sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Chino is not like that. He doesn't blubber about anything. He puts his feet to the grindstone and he's like, yo, I need to go make this happen. And if he can't make it happen, he shuts down. And he goes inward. I wish I would have known.
Yeah. It kind of shows us that, like, as men, when we're being raised as boys, we're often told that, we can't share our emotions, our feelings and everything, right?
Yeah.
We as men show our emotions through anger instead of through tears, and it doesn't provide the same relief. So it makes it even more difficult to ask somebody for help as a man.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
1000%.
it's crazy, man, because I think that a lot of times, like, our women, they'll say things like, "Oh, he's closed off," or "He won't communicate," or these things. But like when you look at how boys are raised to be a certain way, it's like it makes sense,
Well, I mean, it's not even just a matter of how we were raised, but then you got to look at the fact that if you tell the wrong person the wrong thing, they use it against you.
That's a fact.
If you're vulnerable, you know what I'm saying? You're vulnerable. I'm not even going to go super deep into it, but if you're vulnerable and you tell somebody, look, my hair is the source of my strength, and she's Delilah and she cuts your hair off, like what? You know what I'm saying? Why did you use that against me? I'm being vulnerable to you because I loved you, because of, you know what I'm saying? So this is the first time in history, bro. I'm 52 years old, and this is the first time that, from 2020 up to 2025, that we've been talking about men and mental health. It was never that. It's get up and walk it off.
Right.
Deal with it.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta be strong. You gotta be the rock. You gotta be, bro. This is the first time.
Especially in minority communities, we're told like you put an
Yes.
H on it and you handle it. That's it. Like,
Yeah.
like
That's it.
that's
That's
it.
it.
That's it.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, like, can you count how many times you seen your dad cry? Like, like it's crazy. You don't.
The funny thing about it is, I can count once.
Yeah, but
Only seen it once, and that's it.
yeah,
In
that's the
the
same
whole
thing.
time that he's been my father, yeah, like one time, and it wasn't even like I was supposed to see it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So,
exactly.
yeah, you're right. Yes, sir.